Someone asked me recently if I was to start over and become a real estate agent in today's market, what would I do? What would that look like as a Facebook marketing strategist? And as I thought about it, I really kind of went in a different direction, which is it's not always about lead generation. A lot of people think that you need to be generating hundreds of leads every month to really build that pipeline and be successful. It does help and it does work. But my strategy, if I was to become a real estate agent in today's market, how would I actually generate more business? And what I would do is I would really go in with more of a digital mayor strategy. I would focus on creating high-end content. I would focus on really being able to have my brand name synonymous with current exciting events that are taking place within my market, within my local community. Recently, I posted a short little post on my Facebook feed about walking my daughter to kindergarten. And it was a post that meant a lot to me because it was, well, it's a big emotional experience, right? It's a big life change in our life. But it's something a little deeper, right? It's about community. It's about walking to school. It's about the emotional timeline of kids growing up. That kind of content can be used in your marketing. It can be used in a way to connect with your local community, create more of an emotional bond with your audience over time. So think about this. If you can create video, if you can go to a new condo townhouse development, or if you can go to a new restaurant that just opened up, or a cafe that won a local award, go to each one of those, talk to them, and remind them that, well, you can put them in front of a lot of people, right, very quickly. Think about yourself as a marketing company that happens to sell real estate. So when you talk to them, say, hey, do you have 15 or 20 minutes to talk to me? I have got an audience of around 100,000 people that I can run this video to. I'm gonna highlight the cool things that you're doing in our local community. Would that be okay with you? And they most likely are gonna say yes. Directly after that, once you create the video, talk to them again and say, hey, I want to share this video on social media and I would love to be able to tag you in the post. Can you share it with your page, right? With your friends and family? Odds are they're going to say yes again. This is a great way for you to create a bond and a relationship with business owners that are probably going to be your future clients, but also expose your brand to all of their clients, all of their fans, right? The people that love and use them and their products or services, whatever it might be. Secondary from that, once I would create a library of content. Let's say we start off with 5 to 10 videos, whatever it might be. Then I would take those videos and run them to, first, my sphere of influence. I'd run it to my past clients, my friends and family, past leads, people that have visited my website, people that engaged with my Facebook business page and Instagram page for the past year. I would first take that content and start to blast it out to them. I would do high frequency, high engagement, really trying to get as many comments, likes, and shares as I could and get people to digest that content first. Then once I did, I'd take those same ads and then I'd run those ads with all that nice social proof, comments, likes, and shares to a bigger audience in my market. I would run it to people that might be 50,000 or 100,000 people within my local community. I would then take those videos after maybe several months, and people that have watched, let's say 25, 50% of those videos, I then create custom audiences, right? Based on them actually watching that video, I then create custom audiences. So now let's say over the 6 months, I have a custom audience of people that watched my videos, that have actually liked them, that have seen my face, name, and brand, and they enjoy it. So we need to serve them more content, right? More videos. So now I have a custom audience of, let's say, 50,000 people, right? 50,000 video views that have actually loved our content and watched it in some way, shape, or form. I then want to create more content. So how do you do that? Well, we have a acronym called BURST. There's a methodology that we've created in-house over the past couple of years of quality content that you can use to run to different audiences to really develop trust, right? To build that relationship with them. And that acronym is called BURST. And BURST stands for brand story, Untapped Opportunity, Reciprocity, Social Proof, and Trust. So BURST, what does it stand for, right? Those things. So how do you actually execute it? Well, the brand story or brand introduction is you maybe on a video talking about how your company started and why you started, right? Serving the community, helping families. It could be your origin story of how you got created. It could be a story more of the success that you've had and you are a steward to the community and how it's really impacted you and your clients over time, whatever it might be. Just get some sort of brand story out there to connect with people. Then from there, untapped opportunity. Typically this is more property centric, right? It's going to be different types of things like off-market properties, foreclosure lists, a list of open houses, things that you can run to those audiences that are typically more focused on property-centric items. That gets people to really click on it and engage, right? We got to go back to real estate in some capacity here and there. And then reciprocity. Reciprocity is being able to give content to them that's valuable, that really helps them, educates them, but also positions you as the authority figure and expert within your local market. So it could be the top 5 mistakes first-time home buyers make, or the top 10 things every homeowner can do to sell their house for more than it's worth. Those might sound a little clickbait-ish, but there's different ways to create that content that's truly valuable and educates them at the end of the day. Think of then certain events. Often I'm looking on Friday or Saturday what's going on in my local community. I want to know what's going on in my city because I don't have time to really research days or weeks before. So I'm often left going, well, what's going to happen? Is there anything cool going on? Is there a festival? Is there an art show? Something that we can go to? If you start to really post more of that content, of the cool things that are happening, your brand will become synonymous with cool events, with new things, fresh, exciting things that are happening. You'll start to become that digital mayor by really posting about that. And even more, going to the events and actually taking a videographer with you, documenting it, publishing that, and talking more about it, right? Think of yourself more as that media company that happens to sell real estate, right? Keep focusing on that. Become a content machine. And once you build that type of reciprocity, of getting that content out there, you're then going to build an audience that's going to be really honed in on what you have to say next, right? They're kind of waiting for that next post of something exciting, whatever it might be. An open house, a new development. It could be a splash park, a water park that just opened, or some sort of really cool festival that's coming up. Then from there, social proof. This is where you really need to start to document client testimonials. So if you have buyers or sellers, there's going to be some happy moments that you're working with them. During the happy moment, take the initiative right then and there to either pull out your phone or a camera and say, hey, do you mind if we interview you briefly on your experience with us? Tell us about what the pros were and any anxieties that you may have had of buying a home or selling a home and how we helped overcome them. Now, there's going to be some rocky moments within any real estate transaction, right? There's always going to be that. So you might as well ask during the happiest point in time and really get them in. Get it and document it. Build up 5 or 10 or 15 of those videos, and now you have a library of testimonials of social proof that you can start to push out there to your community that knows you and loves you already from the audiences that you've built up over time. Second from that, start to build case studies, right? Start to talk to homeowners on their experience with you, but then document it more in a blog style form. And it could be something more along the lines of how we sold this property for $21,000 over asking in only 32 days. Document that, right? And talk about how, well, a previous company tried to sell it 6 months before and they couldn't. And then you guys came in and you created a video of their home. You created a Facebook ad. You created postcards. You created all these different things. Basically, it's your storytelling way of creating a listing presentation and really being able to document it more of a case study. Do the same thing for your buyers. Build up 3 or 4 or 5 of those over the next 6 months, and then start to drip those out again to the same audience again and again over time. Now you have a plethora of different types of content that you can really push out, and all of that is going to help indoctrinate and build trust and build this authority with your brand. So over time, start to do that. That's what I would do if I was starting today as a real estate agent, right? As a brand new company. I would do that, and then the moment you can, start to turn on the lead generation component, start to run Facebook lead ads to that audience. You're gonna have a warmer audience that's already primed, right? They know your face, they know your brand, they know what your voice sounds like. They're gonna have a lot more warm engagement with you after the fact. So any way that you want to create the funnel, some people do it lead generation first and then retarget with those types of content after. That's fine. We do that as well with our clients. You can flip the funnel and do content first and then start lead generation after. Either way, you're going to develop a strong communication and strong relationship with your audience over time. You're going to be able to have restaurant owners and small businesses that are really going to be really excited to work with you in any kind of video capacity to highlight their business and have your brand synonymous with them. And then you're also going to be able to build these bonds and relationships by being someone that is really in the know of certain events on a hyper-local scale. So you're going to become a resource of all of this different types of content, right? And at the center of it is neighborhood, home, community. And your name is going to be synonymous with that. So try that strategy, build it for the next 6 to 8 months. You got to be patient, right? Because Facebook is all about playing the long game. Don't give up, push content out there, keep trying, use the retargeting, custom audiences. This is where it's at.